I'm Anirban Chatterjee. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I love to go out with my camera and observe life and take photographs. I'm not a documentary photographer. I don't think my photography is documenting anything. I believe any photographs ever taken is actually a fiction, that it's a version of the truth. Since my photographs are fiction, you can say that I'm a storyteller. I was interested as a child. I was interested in photography. My family had a camera. It was back in 1980s, and it was a treasured artifact kind of a thing. It used to be kept in the cupboard and taken out only once in a year or twice in a year. So it was more about the curiosity rather than interest. The actual photography happened pretty late. I think in 2007, I used to have a small Kodak point and shoot, and all my friends used to have a DSLR, and they used to talk about features which my Kodak didn't had. So you can say that I kind of had a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out. So I went and bought a camera, and it was a big expense. My wife was like not very happy, so I decided to learn so that I can justify the expense. And one thing led to another, and things just happened, and I got into photography. For me, photography is more about memory than documenting. I'm super fascinated with memory. I think memory is the most powerful magic there is, because when you take a photograph, you're just not really taking what's in front of your eyes. You are kind of taking what's in front of your eyes, but the reason why you are pressing that shutter is because all those memories in your brain forcing you to take that photograph. Camera is, as you know, it's a mechanical device. It can just copy what's in front of it. So there is this kind of rivalry. It's like your mind is telling you something, your camera is seeing something and copying something, and I love that rivalry. And I'm very happy if I look at the photograph and see that yes, that's kind of my memory has pushed aside the mechanical nature of the camera. I get influenced by photographs, movies, comic books, stories, poems, songs, you name it, even like jokes and gossips. That's the funny thing about memory. The memory is shaped by anything and everything which you observe, which you have listened, or which you have read, and which eventually gets translated into your photography. If I have to take one name, like really one name, it has to be Joe McNally. I'm like a big fanboy. I don't know. I looked at one of his photographs way back in 2007, and something inside went like, I want to be like this guy. And so much so that I started copying him. I started even the hairstyle. At one point in time, I used to have hairstyles like Joe McNally. I used to even hold the camera like Joe McNally. I used to be like Joe McNally. So yeah, it's funny, but that's how it goes. Last year, my wife and I welcomed our second daughter, which was an amazing experience, which had a little bit of an impact on my photography schedule. But I'm working on certain projects. The first one, in fact, is coming out this June, and it's based on kind of a fiction set in Hong Kong. Beneath the Lion's Head, that's the title of my book, and which is coming out in June. So the book is a bunch of photographs which I've taken in Hong Kong, all real life moments, candid and unstaged. But I've taken those photographs and I've laid it out and sequenced it in a way that it tells a story based on the stories I've read. All the Hong Kong movies, from Wong Kar-wai to Bruce Lee to Jackie Chan, and even Chinese legends of South China Sea, pirates, dragons. So it's just like almost everything is there, element is there in that story. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you the story because definitely what I want is people to look at the book and make their own stories based on their imagination. Like, everyone will have their own memories, and I want them to use that memory to create their own story.